So I have a lot of strawberries that's been in my refrigerator for a couple days, and I have got to do something with them. My freezer is really full right now, so I have to can these up. So I decided against doing strawberry jam with these. I am going to save the strawberries that came out of my garden are in the freezer right now, and later on I'm going to make jam out of that. But these did not come out of my garden. My plan with these strawberries is I'm just going to can them whole. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some sugar on all of these, and then I'm going to place them in the refrigerator for at least 5 to 6 hours so the juices will start releasing before I can these up. Okay, what I first need to do is find my pounds on my scale. I need to zero out this bowl. I'm going to try to measure out 8 pounds. And I'm going to do the same thing. Make sure this is zeroed out. I'm going to measure out another 8 pounds. Hopefully I have it. Okay, so I only got 6 pounds really out of this one, and that's fine. Okay, so I have, this one is 8 pounds, and I'm going to take about a cup of sugar and just pour it all in here. And then I'm gonna mix this up really well before I put it in my refrigerator. And same with this one. This one's 6 pounds, so I'm gonna put about 3/4 of a cup of sugar into this one and mix it up really good before I put this one into the fridge. Alright, so both of these have sugar in them. They're all mixed up really well, and I'm going to find some room in my refrigerator for 5 to 6 hours, so all this sugar will start releasing all the juices before I start processing and canning all of these whole strawberries. So I have a huge bowl of strawberry tops, and a lot of this stuff was mushy, so that's why that's going straight to the chickens because they'll love this. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to wash these jars in hot soapy water so that step can be out of the way, so this evening I can start canning all of these strawberries. So after washing my jars, I put them into the oven at 225 degrees to get them sterilized and hot, and I usually do that for at least 20 minutes. And then while that's going, I am going to heat up my berries. Now I don't want to overheat these berries. The recipe just says to heat them thoroughly, and I don't want them to turn out mush or anything, so you got to be careful with that part. And after 20 minutes of sterilizing these jars, I am going to remove them and start ladling in my berries. Now I got my canner going with hot water so I can get it up to a simmer. Now I'm going to take some of these strawberries and I'm going to ladle just the strawberries before I do the liquid. And the recipe on what I'm using on the Ball canning book does not call for lemon juice, but I'm just, for extra purposes, I am just going to put in a teaspoon of lemon juice. Just always follow whatever recipe, safe recipe that you can find and I normally just use the Ball canning cookbooks. And this recipe says 1 inch from the top of your canning jar. I'm just going to remove all the bubbles so we get a good seal. I'm just going to make sure that it's right at that 1 inch mark. Ladle in all of the extra juice after I debubbled everything. And then I'm going to clean my rim because this again has syrup, sticky syrup, so you want to make sure it's all good and clean. And then put the lid on with the ring. And I'm just going to do fingertip tight, not too tight. And then I'm going to just place it into my canning rack. I'm going to lift up my canning rack and I'm going to place the jar carefully on top of that. And then I just repeat the process. My husband got home and he is actually helping me now. He is really good about stepping in and helping when I need it. If I got other things going on, at this time I was getting supper on the table. So you're just going to carefully drop all of this into your hot water. And right here we got way too much water and I have to remove quite a bit. Because I think you just want 1 inch above your jars. And then I'm going to turn the heat up here. And I'm going to get it to a rolling boil. And then I'm going to set my timer at 15 minutes. And after the 15 minutes is up, I'm going to turn off my oven and then I'm going to set my timer for 5 minutes while the jars are just in there, just to cool down before I remove them out of the canner. And after 5 minutes, carefully removing the jars and putting them on a towel. You always want to put a towel down so that sudden temperature shock does not break your jar. You can see here why it's important to pack your berries first into the jar, because they will float to the top and you have all that room. You can see at the very bottom where the syrup is. So now I am going to do my second batch of berries and do the exact same process. look at these beautiful berries. Absolutely stunning. And I'm just gonna label and I'm gonna store them in a cool, dry place. And I really appreciate you guys watching this video. If you like more, don't forget to subscribe and like this channel. And we will catch you on the next video.